our daily live connecting with you. And Jimmy Dagg's in the house, and we have Pinky Sue Benson all the way in. Where are you located today, Pinky?
I'm at home.
How wonderful is that?
I'm at home. I'm in Naples.
That's good. That's good. I'm checking to see if it worked. Yep, we're on. Cool. So I usually do the stats, and let me do the stats first for everybody. I hope everybody had a happy, safe Easter. And today we've got 1,072 available condos. We've got 5,809 available single-family homes, and we have 632 available townhomes for a total of 7,513 available listings, and that's in the greater Las Vegas area, not necessarily in Clark County. So I just do our general area within the 25-mile radius. And between Friday and today, there were 10 closings of condos, 100 closings of single-family homes, and 16 townhomes closed for a total closings of 126, which is just about par, isn't it, Jimmy?
Yeah, is that one day or the weekend?
That's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Okay, so that's the weekend.
Yeah.
So we're off about what you and I had expected. This month probably is going to be off around 50%.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be about right. Obviously, that still means there's, if you do the numbers, that still means there's like at least a minimum of 1,500 families that end up closing a deal. So 3,000 agents got paid.
That's right. And over the weekend, 15 condos went under contract, 77 single family homes went under contract, and 11 townhomes went under contract for 103 new escrows. So that's exciting. And then we had 7 condos were just listed over the weekend, 160 single family homes and 18 townhomes. So we just listed since Friday, 185 new listings. So people are still out there listing, buyers are still buying. And how's your market, Pinky?
Well, you know, we're a little bit different because especially in Naples, Marco Island area, because we are such a second home driven market. So things are very quiet because we don't have a whole lot of essential buyers. There's not a lot of people that are have to move to Naples right now. They're not being relocated for a job or something of that nature. So it's a little bit different here as far as, you know, the way the market goes. What I can say is, you know, I keep track of the foreclosures in Naples. So there's usually about 40 a month. Right now, there's about 53 right now. Well, that's not a huge increase. It does say that, you know, they're not getting as many offers. So that's one of the things that, you know, it might be to the benefit of an investor who's looking to get in on those foreclosures that they don't usually are able to get to because there's so many bids. So
well, your foreclosures, your biggest influx is from New York. Is that true? New York City or New York area?
We have a lot of Canadians. We have a lot of Canadians, but I mean, yeah, we have some New Yorkers in the area. Of course, we also have a lot of Boston, Chicago. You know, a lot of our clients right now are from New Jersey.
Well, it seems like a good time to get out of New York or New Jersey right now.
Yeah. If they'll let you in. I don't know.
They'll let you in and out, right? Speaking of that, so everybody, Jimmy, what day is this? 20-something of the pandemic shutdown? It's
for us, a
long time in the house, that's for sure. And it was good for me to come to the office this morning. It was just great to be around, you know, a different environment. So anyway, what I want to talk about today is, are you doing videos? Are you out there doing videos? And especially, now Pinky was talking about foreclosures, and most of the foreclosures are vacant. And I think that that's a great opportunity to go out and do a, you know, a virtual video about a live video with that foreclosure home, and maybe plan on doing some virtual tours of the vacant homes, every day. And the thing that I know, this all takes patience. And when this is over, one of the things that we don't want to have is regret that we didn't take advantage of this opportunity when people are on their computers, on their phones, being involved in the Facebook world, the LinkedIn world, the Instagram world. We need to be out there. This is such an opportunity to be in front of people. And I know Pinky's going to talk to us about that. So when this is over, you don't want to have regrets that you missed the opportunity. And Pinky, I know you'll mention this. It takes patience. You just don't go out and do, a live video and get, 100 people watching right off the bat. It takes some patience and some planning. And one of the things I love about Pinky that she has taught me is think before you talk. Have I know I'm still challenged by that, but it's good if you already know what you're going to say. And Pinky is brilliant at that. So Pinky, why don't you enlighten us on what I'm saying about doing some virtual open houses and doing foreclosures or doing luxury homes if you can, if they're vacant.
Well, I think first and foremost, what you were talking about is taking advantage of this time that we have. And I also think that this is also a time to self-reflect in the sense that, like, if you're not doing the videos, if you're, I think we all go, oh, when I have the time, I will do this, I will learn that. And what I have found is that even when I have time, I still don't like doing the laundry. I still don't like, going to the gym, so to speak. So there's certain things that you just have to accept about yourself and say, you know what, I am not a homebody, and you just have to know those things about yourself. So when it comes to technology and videos, so many agents have pushed it off. Oh, I'll learn it when I have time. I'll learn it when I'm not busy. I'll learn how to do Canva. I'll learn how to do all of these different Instagram when I have time. Now is the time. So if you're not going to do it now, then odds are you're not going to do it, and you just need to accept it so that when another agent comes in and says, yeah, I know how to do a Facebook Live, and I know how to do a virtual home, and I know how to do all of this via technology, you have to go, well, you know what, they're probably the agent for you then, and I'm not. I'm just being honest with you here, because this is the time where we're shaking the trees and saying, okay, the ones that are left are going to be the ones that are going to be the ones standing.
Pinky, let me ask you a question. This is such an overwhelming topic. If you had to give me like the top 3 things that I should be doing right now, because 2005, the cover of Realtor magazine talked about getting to be tech savvy and using video. 2005, so 15 years, they've been telling me the same thing. They've been telling me this. So, and I'm hearing you, I need to change if I'm going to get better. And that means I got to give up something I'm doing. But I'm so overwhelmed by the number of choices. Could you give me like the top 2 things? Jimmy, you should do this or you should do that. One or the other, because there's so many choices. I am confused, seriously.
No, I understand. I think you need to take out your phone. Here's your phone, and figure out how you can do a video on this phone and how to edit a video on this phone. And then you can figure out where it needs to go to live on, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, your database, so that your database can see the videos, because those are your clients. Those are the ones that are actively looking at houses that need to see the video. So first and foremost, you've got to figure out, how much video should I be shooting? How long does a video need to be? What should I be saying in this video? Those are things that you really need to hone those skills in, then figure out where the platform is that you want to live on and really embrace and get to know things better. But having that video and sending it out to your database is huge. That's how I just got done doing my weekly coronavirus update that I send out via BombBomb once a week to my clients. Already within the last half hour since I've sent it, I've had about 5 emails back with questions and, hey, thanks for, because I give them not only the video, but I also give them a suggestion and say, hey, here's a great website to check out. This week, I gave them a podcast on Disney. I said, I know a lot of you come into Florida are probably Disney freaks like me. I used to work there. Here's a link to a great podcast on Disney. So you're giving them value on top of just a video. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to learn something in technology, it's got to be your database. You got to figure that database out. You've got to get it put together. And then you've got to be able to give them content that they want, which more than likely is going to be video at this point.
Got it. Thanks.
Yep.
So how do you suggest people do if they're going to go do a virtual open house to a vacant home? Just give them a few steps, Pinky.
A virtual open house. Well, we say virtual open house. It's a video is what it is. I think people get kind of hung up on the different words. It's, if you're going to do a Facebook Live, I firmly believe that if you're going to go live, you better have something to say. So don't just run out to the property and say, okay, I'm here, I'm live, I'm doing this so that you can see I'm doing it. That doesn't help anything, right? Nobody's going to watch that. So do some research. Go beyond just the 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, 198,000. Give them some girth on the story of that house. Even when I go to a foreclosure, I have done my research on the neighborhood. I may find out, why is this neighborhood named, this particular name? Where did they come up with this name? I may do a little history search to find out what used to be there before then, so that I have some girth, some fun facts, as I like to call them. You know how I am, Ruth, with my fun facts?
Yes.
I like to grab all of that information and have it ready so that it's a story. You want to tell a story. Just giving people the facts, it can be kind of boring. So if you're going to be doing a Facebook Live, really work on what you're going to say and know what you're going to say. Don't just flip the camera on and start thinking you're going to talk, because odds are you're going to freeze up and you're going to babble and you're going to be like, this is awful, and you're going to delete it. So that's not the point. You want to do your research. You want to know things about the home. Ask the seller, hey, what do you love about this home? What was it that made you want to buy this house? Even if it was an investor, they're probably going to tell you that there was a reason why they invested in that particular house, that community, whatever it is. So know the story behind the house, then do your virtual open house. That's how you're really going to gain some momentum with it. And you need to tell people you're going to do it so that they know when to tune in. There's so many people on lives doing things now. You got to promote it out. So you really got to spend a little bit of time promoting it, and promote it across different forums, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Let them know, hey, I'm going to be live on Facebook at 1 o'clock. Please tune in then.
So Pinky, I have another question here. I was very clear when you told me, look, get your phone out first, learn how to make the videos, and then decide what platform. And now I'm hearing you saying, you know what, the story is really, if the story is no good, nobody's going to watch it. So the story's got to be there. So here's my question. Ruthie told us there's 185 new listings came on the market this week, just this weekend. If I picked 2 of those and I went out and did a really good story, would it be more important for me to do like 2 really good stories in a week, or 1 story every day of the hottest deal out there? Do you think it would be better to make a more encompassing story, and instead of going for frequency, or should I go for frequency or story? That's my question.
I think story. I think if you're going to be making a post on any kind of post on social media, video or not, you want it to be a darn good post, right? You want it to be a darn good video so that people will come back for more. Even when I train my students, I say to them, do a boomerang video. You're scared of doing videos. A boomerang video is 6 seconds of a little funny, motion, and it makes people smile, makes them happy. They laugh. Then they come back for more, because when you give somebody happiness, then they expect happiness from you, so they come back for more. If you get on there, whether it's whatever social media play, and you're up there and you're negative and you're talking about how you're never going to do this or that again, and the whole world is coming to an end, you're never going to have good people. Just are, they're going to be like, she's a negative Nelly, I can't stand it. Like, I just, even though people might comment, I just don't want to be known for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great question. So when you say story, should we also do this to our stories on Facebook?
I'm a big believer in Instagram stories. I do Facebook stories, but a lot of times those are repurposed from my Instagram stories. I love Instagram stories. I think that it is a phenomenal place for people to put their videos, to do their behind the scenes of the videos. A lot of times you might see, let's say I did a foreclosure Facebook Live, or, like last week, I've been going out once a week with Josh, my husband and partner, and we've been showcasing communities from the pink convertible, right? So we drive the convertible around and we're just talking about, okay, so here's this community, here's some stats, here's some fun facts about the community. All right, so now on my Instagram stories, you'll see the behind the scenes of Josh and I getting in the car going, our little conversation beforehand. And people really do watch those things and they gravitate towards them. They want to know, what is Josh and Sue's relationship like off camera? Even though we're still on camera, it's just another way for them to engage and get to know us and be like, oh, that's, and you have a better chance of it going out to a different audience, right? You can grab people with using the Naples location, the Naples hashtag. You're gonna grab some other viewers that you potentially might not have had on Facebook. So it's just a great way. And I also find Instagram stories is a great way to practice. So if I have 5 fun facts, I might practice those 5 fun facts in my Instagram stories before I do it in a video. So that way I'm kind of rehearsing beforehand.
How'd you pick the areas that you went to?
How did I pick them?
I asked you first.
Oh, that's what you're asking me, though. How did I pick the communities that I went to? Well, one of them is we have a listing over there and a beautiful property that's being redeveloped. So the community itself has got some girth and some history to it. You know, the builder, he has amazing $600,000 homes right next to mobile homes. So we thought this is a great opportunity to visually talk about this redevelopment that's going to be taking place. Why is it being redeveloped? And, you know, talking about those types of things. So it had some girth to it other than just like, hey, we're driving down a street. The second one was also for a client who's in Canada and she wants us to list the property. So we needed to go out and get a feel for the property. It was vacant. So while I'm there, it's killed 2 birds, maybe 3 with 1 stone, because I'm going out there, I'm seeing the property, I'm doing pictures interior while I'm there, exterior, right? Getting some photos so that I could, you know, if I have a client, I can share it with them ahead of time. Then I'm going to do my Facebook Live. I'm going to do my Facebook stories. And then now I'm writing a blog post, the 5 things you need to know about Treviso Bay. So now I've done all of this content with just 1 trip into a community.
Great. Super. Thanks.
So you did that live, or you did it?
Yep.
Yep. And then what do you do? Do you repurpose that video by downloading it and uploading it to other platforms?
I have in the past. I've done that more with foreclosures than I have with communities, but with these particular, because I've just started doing these community drive-by ones, we call it showcasing at a social distance. So we will take those from Facebook, repurpose them to YouTube, and then take the YouTube link and put it into the blog posts.
Now say that one more time slowly.
You could just take your Facebook link and put it into your blog post as well. Yeah. A lot of people don't know how to find their Facebook link. So that's why I'm saying, like, you can download it, put it up on YouTube. So now you have a YouTube link. You can also then do, I mean, this is high stuff, level stuff. Like, so if you're just learning to do a video, my thing is just go shoot the video. Don't worry about how much exposure and this, that, and the other thing. You've just got to get yourself comfortable in front of the camera, figure out how to do this, what happens when you hit the button, you know, all that, where to look, your eye contact, right, smiling, right? Those are all the things you need to learn before you can like really dive into SEO and reposting and repurposing. That's too much for a lot of people.
Yeah, the main thing is that they just start doing it, and we always tell our students, uncomfortable becomes comfortable with practice and action, and this is like such a wonderful time to be doing that. And we said that in the beginning, and I just keep repeating it because I can't think of another time in my lifetime with social media that there has been a better time to be in front of people and give value to the people, just like you're doing. And that's why you're here today, because you are the queen of video. Oh, here comes a question. Let's see. Here's Frank. Frank has a question.
You have to get a seller's agent approval. If it's not your listing, then most definitely you should always ask the agent ahead of time, you know, if you're okay with that. You know, it's funny to me, though, how many, I've had this issue before where I've gone to an agent and said, hey, you have this amazing listing. I'd love to, you know, team up with you even and have you in the video and talk to me about this property. And how many times agents on the other side are like, oh, no. I can't team up. I'm, you know, you're Remax, I'm Sotheby's. It just, you know, our brands can't mix. And, you know, my answer to that is always, I wonder what your seller would think if you asked them about getting free exposure via videos and you said no because our brands don't mix. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying, like, that, yes, you should ask, but don't be surprised if they say no. It is what it is.
Well, out of 185 new listings this last weekend, I'm sure you could find 3 or 4 really, really good ones, and 1 or 2 of those agents would say yes. You know, even the snail got to the ark.
It did.
And what I'm saying is here, you know, we want to do all these things. And Ruthie, you started this whole thing with, you know, have a little patience, a little bit of forgiveness with yourself. If I could just this week pick up my phone and learn how to do a couple of videos on my phone and just take the piece of advice number one that you gave me and really just work on that one thing and see if I can get better at that. And then go to the step number two, because it's step by step, inch by inch, all that stuff.
Well, when you first got into the MLS system and you were a brand new agent, and you had to put in your first new listing, were you not overwhelmed at all the 999 questions they ask you, you know, from, you know, what type of window to what type of ceiling to, and I mean, I remember going, oh my God, I don't know these answers, you know, like, and now it's, oh, I know what to expect. So therefore I can do it more quickly and efficiently. And I have those questions ready for my clients when I go out and I say, hey, how old is the roof? How old, you know, so you learn just like you would with any other type of technology. You're going to learn how to do it when you start using it on a regular basis. But what I will say is that if you do want to learn about video, I am doing a free webinar on editing video on Wednesday afternoon. So it'll be 2 p.m. Eastern. So what is that, 11 a.m. your time. So, and I usually charge for this one, but I'm doing it free, but there won't be a replay for it. So if you want to learn how to edit a video right from your phone, I'm going to teach you how to shoot and edit. Ruth's been through that class a couple times.
Yes, and you're, you know, I just everybody needs to jump on there and learn from Pinky. She has a way of teaching you that you just don't forget. And Pinky, you know, I say this in the class all the time. You can't blow up Tokyo, and I got that phrase from you, from listening to you. You know,
what that means is, my father is, oh gosh, he's going to be 88 this week, I believe. So he's 88 years old. He has an iPad, and God bless him, he keeps trying to, you know, he'll go, okay, Sue, what happens if I press this button? And I said, I don't know, why don't you press it and see what happens? You know, I'm so worried that somewhere something is going, because when he was younger, we had like the Commodore 64. Remember those, Ruth? And if you didn't get the right code, all of a sudden all your work would, right?
go.
So he's so worried that if he hits the button, it'll go blue. Where can you see the webinar? If you go on my Facebook page, if you go into my group, Pinky Knows Video, join the group, and I just put up the event on there. It's also, I believe, on my personal page. I just started putting it together today. So it'll be on Wednesday.
And one of the topics of editing, should somebody already have a video when they take the class?
No, the only thing I ask is that you download the app InShot, which is free. It's a free app. And that's something, you know, I think a lot of times, you know, we look around at all these agents that are doing great things with video, and they do some amazing things with videographers. Like, don't get me wrong, I wish I could still have a video, because I used to have one that, you know, he did all of my videos for me. But that's just not realistic in today's day and time. You can shoot enough video and still have something that is worthwhile. So yeah, so InShot is what we edit on. It's a free app. You don't need to add any bells and whistles. We keep it very simple. And I'll walk you through the process. It's like a 2-hour class, you know, with a half hour for questions at the end. But, you know, I'm going to take you through the process. We'll talk about the equipment you need, you know, all of these things that you have as hangups or excuses. We're going to go through all of that.
Yes, and is it similar to the class that you gave here a couple months ago, February?
Mm-hmm.
It's a great class. It really is.
That was, and we did Instagram stories in February.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. When did we do InShot?
We've done it a couple times.
Yeah. It's a great class, and like I said, Pinky's a great instructor. She understands how to not just tell you how to do it, but show you what to do. You know, and that's really important. So you learn what to do, and then she shows you how to do it. And I hope everybody tunes into her.
Yeah, I don't like to go to classes where, you know, and there's a lot of times that I understand it, like, especially when you're at a convention and they're like talking about like, oh, you should do video. Video is great. Video is awesome. Here's why. Here's the stats. But then there's nobody there to teach me how. You know, Instagram's wonderful. Do Instagram. Get on Instagram. There's nobody to teach me the ins and outs of it. So that's what I do in my webinars. I go in deep and I show you exactly, okay, we're going to walk through this process. This is how it works. So because like I said, as much as I know I should be doing these things, show me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing so that I understand what it does on my phone when I open up the app.
Yeah, because this stuff seems very complicated at first. When you look at all these little icons at the bottom of the app and you say, well, what does this one do? And then you're afraid to blow up Tokyo by touching them, or, destroying your first video that you ever did.
Yeah, and there's going to be glitches. My girlfriend who took the class a couple months ago, oh my gosh, I did a 10-minute video and it didn't work, and now it's the audio's not lined up. And I said, it happens. And what I'll tell you is, don't record a 10-minute video. That's a really long video. Right. I mean, for a recorded live is one thing, but a 10-minute long video, then to edit it, unless you're a professional editor, it's not easy. So it's better for you to do tiny little chunks of an edited video, like, hi, it's me, Pinky. Welcome to 123 Main Street. Go inside. Hi, I'm in the kitchen. Look at this. Look at that. Okay. See you in the bedroom. Off to the bedroom. Then outside. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. Here's my phone number. So you're doing little tiny chunks instead of trying to, bring it all together in one long video.
Yeah, that's a great tip. So Charla wants to know, do we have to be friends on Facebook to see your video? To join your group?
To join the group, no. You just go to Pinky Knows Video on Facebook. To see the webinar, it's going to be on my personal page, but that's open, so I don't hide anything.
Good. All right. Anybody have any closing thoughts?
Just, we have the cap rates class in about 30 minutes. The CE, it's classroom credits. It's you have to go to agentformula.com and go to the training tab and drop down there and get in the class. It's very good to work with investors to know what to say and how to say it. That's really what it's all about. What questions should you be asking investors, and how do you say what you say? So we're going to talk about that for 3 hours from 10 to 1 today. So it starts in a half hour. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, there's still room. Get a hold of Agent Formula, and Kane will get you emailed the documents that you need to walk through that class with us. That'd be my closing thoughts. In fact, I'm going to bow out and get ready for that. Ruthie, thank you.
Okay, Jimmy, thank you. And everybody, and Pinky, thank you. The class today is 3 continuing education credits. And Pinky, what our division has done here is allow us to do a Zoom class and get credits as if we were in the classroom. In addition, this year, then they have added 12 hours of classroom education to the 24 hours. So they've added another, 12 hours. So the ability to be able to zoom in to a class and still get CE credits, as long as like we have a moderator, Kane, who moderates to make sure that everybody stays there for 3 hours. But do you have anything like that in Florida?
I know that they've been starting it. Honestly, I haven't. The last classes that I saw some of these boards putting out were like things that were not credit CE. They were like, how to know what your generational buyers are going to be like. Like I was like,
yeah.
Like, I mean, in all honesty, that's one of the things that I think will happen with this entire pandemic is that we all start to look and say, okay, what am I paying for? What kind of value is it giving me? So whether it's your board or it's your brokerage or it's your partner, who knows? I think you start looking at it going, what are all these charges on my credit card every month? You're going to start looking at those things and analyzing them as rightfully should be. So it's great that you have a board that's, supplying those, and that the states, I mean, I believe they're getting to that point. We have, like I said, I haven't checked because I was getting a little like, what? Generation, these people can't even do a Facebook Live. We need some here.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be going forward. We're going to be doing law, ethics, and agency, which are 3 of the required classroom classes, and we're going to do it via Zoom. So our division has given me and Jimmy the permission to do it. So we're just really jazzed about it, and we're just always moving forward, keeping ahead of the curve. And I hope that you and Josh and your kids stay safe and healthy, Pinky. And I'm so thrilled. I know you've been so busy that we're honored that you took the time out to join us today. And hopefully you'll get some webinar people there and some new people to your group, and it'll be worthwhile. I love you. And say that again.
I said, I miss you and John. I'm having Vegas withdrawal. I got so used to going all the time.
I know. Well, we're gonna go down and do some videos of the strip.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah, there's nobody there. Everybody, you have a great day. Pinky, thank you again. And I got to rush off to go to the class. And let's see, one more question here. Charla, go to the training calendar, agentformula.com. Go to the training calendar and it'll show you all the training that we do. There's a training tab with a calendar, and there's one on the 24th of April. We're going to be Zooming that one. And then in May, we're going to talk about doing one a week. So yeah, we're going to be doing lots of classes for everybody. Especially today's our trial with the Zoom. So we hope it works. Everybody have a great day. I'm going to sign off now. I love you all. Thank you.